Good evening. This is All Sports with LD coming back at you with another YouTube post from my YouTube channel. Before I get into tonight's content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. So let's get started. Is Ennis has called out what I consider the elite of the welterweight division in Spence, Crawford, Ugas, Porter, and Thurman. So I took the liberty of watching Ennis's most recent fight, which was with Dulorme on Saturday night. It was a good showing. He closed the show, showed a good jab, nice combinations. He hit Dulorme with an overhand right, put him to the canvas. It was a great shot. I don't think Dulorme saw it coming. And then Dulorme gets up, and Ennis winds up finishing him off with a jab, right hook, and a straight left, which puts him on the canvas for good. So it was altogether a good showing. What I did see with Ennis is the mistake that he made when throwing his overhand right that initially put Dulorme to the canvas. He dropped his left hand. He did it twice more in the fight before he finished him for good. And when he did drop his left hand, he was countered with two right hooks by Dulorme. Now, those punches didn't have much power to them, but a more skilled welterweight would exploit that, because it does seem like that is one of his mistakes that Ennis makes, is dropping his left hand when he throws his shot. So I ended up looking up Ennis's record, and the fighters that he's fought so far, and looking at his ranking, he's ranked number 3 IBF, number 5 by WBA, number 5 WBO, and number 8 WBC. Now, to me, these are way too high of rankings for Ennis, only because when I look at his ledger of the fighters that he's fought so far, none of them have been ranked opponents. In my opinion, I don't feel he's done enough to garner such a high ranking in the welterweight division. I would really like to see Ennis do more in order to justify this high ranking. With his ledger so far, the fighters that he's fought so far, I don't believe he should be in the top 10. Not that he isn't a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He shows promise from what I've seen of that first round. But in my opinion, he hasn't done enough to merit being ranked so high. I would really like to see him fight at least a couple of the fighters at the bottom half of the welterweight division, specifically maybe 8, 9, and 10 ranked welterweight fighters. Regardless of it doesn't matter. It could be IBF ranking, WBA, WBO, WBC. But like I said, I would really like to see him go against the bottom half of that top 10 ranking in the welterweight division and see what he does with that. If he is successful, if he does destroy that competition, then I think it would merit him getting at least top 10, not a high ranking where they rank him now, but at least in the top 10, maybe bottom rank 10, 9, or 8, 7 maybe. But maybe 8. 8 maybe be a reasonable ranking if he's able to take out the bottom half, a couple of fighters of the bottom half of the welterweight division. But I would like to see him do that first before we can actually see him in the ring with what I consider the elite of the welterweight division, which again is Spence, Crawford, Ugas, Porter, and Thurman. I definitely like what I see from Ennis. I don't think he's ready for the big fights right now. Maybe early 2022, maybe his promoters and managers will match him with fighters in the top 10, bottom half of the top 10 in the welterweight division. See how he does. So I look forward to seeing more what Ennis does upcoming 2022. But right now, I don't think he deserves a fight with the top welterweights of this division. He just hasn't done enough. I mean, there's no fighters on his ledger that really merit the high ranking that he currently has. Just at best, maybe C or D level competition that he's faced so far. He has an undefeated record, but a lot of times an undefeated record doesn't mean anything until he actually is faced with stiffer competition. So I would like to see more of him, see what he does with the higher ranked opponents. Then we can see whether or not he is actually ready for the elite of the welterweight division. Well, that's what I have right now. Until next time, have a good one.